So young guys, one of the big things that we want to make sure we understand with the cookies though is they're $20, they're 40 cookies in a box, and they're pre-pucked. Flavors wise, chocolate chip, peanut butter cup, my favorite. It's going to be a Reese's peanut butter cup inside a peanut butter cookie, snickerdoodle, oatmeal raisin, and then M&M. So like I said, 40 in a box, that's an important one to know. $20 for the box, and then those 5 different flavors. If you have any questions, the order form really does do a great job of showing the picture of what they look like and can answer pretty much everybody's any questions. But if there's any other than that, then obviously just reach out to me and we'll get you squared away. So on the product itself, you know, what we want to make sure we kind of then roll into is if the cookies are really, really good, we kind of want to talk about selling. But the other thing that this is we're not selling cookie dough. And that's a really, really important thing that we understand. Yes, physically we are selling cookie dough, but what we really are doing is asking for what? That's right, we're asking for support. They're supporting your program because that's what they want to do, and they're getting a really good cookie dough in return by doing that. We do this year over year with so many programs. Every year the sale gets better, and the reason for that is they like supporting you, and they also know that they're going to get a really good cookie in return. So when we talk about this and we look to sell, we're going to talk to people that we know. That's really important. But we're also going to ask them for your support. If you just go up to somebody and say, hey, will you buy this from me? It just does not have the same effect as if when you talk to somebody you know and say, hey, you know, Ryan Buckley with Bentonville West boys basketball, we're selling cookie dough. Would you support our program? What it's going to go towards is a new shooting gun. We like to get new travel gear each year, and then just different operational expenses that the coaches use it for. More times than not, if they know you, they're going to support you with that. Can't guarantee that's going to get you 100% sales, but something like that, if you're talking to people that you know, that will get people to do it. Now, one of the main things I just said though, are you talking to people that you know, and 2, are you talking to people? Because if we talk to 2 people, you know, you might get lucky and hit that goal of 40, but the odds are that you won't. So the more people you talk to, the better off you're going to be. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, social medias are great, but we still got to go collect the money. So it's really, really important that we spend some time going out and physically talking to people. Have mom and dad help you out, take it to work, whatever it might be. Brothers and sisters, put them to work, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. The more people we got talking, the better. Now we'll take a quick second here and talk about, I said, hey, we've got to go collect the money, which is true. But we do have a new cool feature on the order form here. Basically, there is a barcode, and in this fan club that we're going to get everybody to sign up for here in just a little bit, there is a way for us to collect credit cards, okay? And we'll spend some time very specifically on that, but I want to say it a couple times to make sure that it sets in, that everybody understands that, hey, in this sale, we can actually now collect credit cards. That's something new, so even for seniors, we haven't seen that part. So preface it now, get it out there so everybody understands that, hey, we can take credit cards. We'll come back and explain that a little bit further in the actual fan club process. Okay? Okay, so questions. Cookie dough, kind of how to sell, some of the little bit about talking about it. Okay, good? All right, perfect. So incentives-wise, some things that are going to go along with this. Coach has already set the expectation. Everybody's going to sell 40. And when we're selling 40, we're going to do really, really well. That's going to hit that goal of raising over $10,000 for our program. So to do that, everybody's got to pull their weight. If 5 guys sell 40 and the rest of the team sell 20 or less, we don't hit that goal. So just like anything else, the weight room, anything else that we're doing that leads up to the actual game, as this is no different, it's really important that everybody pulls their weight. Okay? So as we kind of spend some time in that reward time, what we want to make sure we understand is this. The better we do, the more money goes in the pot for rewards. So that goal of 40, if everybody hits it, one, we're going to have a ton of money bag pulls, which I'm going to talk about here in a second. The pot will grow for the team survivor, okay, which now we're playing for $100. And we get to have a lot of fun with this, okay? Prizes, if we don't get bought in, if we don't do it, you know, then you know what happens. That pot isn't there. We don't have as much money. The guys that worked hard are still going to get rewarded, but we want to make this a team thing that everybody really likes. Younger guys. This will lead into the dates and the blitz. We'll do prizes on the Blitz night. It's vital that everybody's here. So when we get to dates, what I need you guys to remember is an expectation of the program to be here for that whole time, okay? I know, and why I pick on you guys a little bit here is this. You guys are typically waiting or dependent on a ride. So we just need to make sure that mom and dad understand that that night's going to be a little bit later and that we make sure we have everybody here, okay? All right, perfect. So we kind of hit on a few little things. Older guys, you guys remember the prize money. Help me out here a little bit. You know, money bag, what does that mean? Okay, good, very good. Anybody hits that goal of 40, you're going to get to pull out of the bag. And what we're going to have there is 5s, 10s, 20s, 50s. Hey, we hit that goal, there's going to be 100 in there. Okay, whatever you pull out, you keep. So if you pull out a 50, it's yours. Okay, now if you sell a total of 60 boxes, you're going to get a goal at 40, 50, 60. So you get 3 pulls there. Okay, so that's important to understand that this is where some of that money really starts to rack up. You know, you pull a 20, a 50, a 10. There's 80 bucks right there, plus whatever else you might get. Okay, top seller's got to get 50 cents a box. Again, top seller's got to get 50 cents a box. So that top seller, again, let's say the top seller is 70. Okay, they'll get $35 there, plus again that 40, 50, 60, 70, 4 money bag pulls, and that's gonna be some money. Okay. The first person to sprint out and get this done, meaning first person to hit their goal. This group has done this for 3 or 4 years now. Coach, how fast was it last year that they got to you? Yeah, 2 hours. Okay, so younger guys, you're gonna be. This is the one you're at a little bit of a disadvantage for. The older guys, they might have pre-sold or they kind of know what to do, but this is the race, if you will. And so guys are gonna sprint out. You're gonna get your 40 sold. The first guy to get that done and to coach via text, picture of the order form with the money laid out. He's gonna write that down, and that's worth $20. Okay, still can be top. You don't have to be top seller. You might not be, but the first guy to do it. That's the only criteria. Then you obviously still get your money bag pull. Here in a second, we're going to split you up into teams. Top average team, because some teams might have 9, some might have 10. Top average team will play Survivor for cash. The more we sell, the more money goes in the pot. Starts at $50, and it's just going to grow. And when we hit that goal of $10,000, that'll be $100 that team will decide if they want to split or if they want to eliminate somebody down. And more people you eliminate, obviously, what happens to your cut of the money? It goes up. Okay? All right, perfect. So then with that top coach that keeps track of your team, as long as your group hits your goal and everybody hits that 40, then the coach gets that same prize. So, questions on the prizes, a little bit how to sell, some of that. Everybody good? Perfect. We've got to keep this moving, or otherwise we start losing people. So stick with me here. Last thing that we need to cover is dates. This is really, really important. Younger guys, make sure to take a look at that flyer that we have here. Lays out those dates. Make sure mom and dad know about that. I kind of alluded to that earlier. And this is where we're going to kind of reaffirm that. So obviously right now we're here at the kickoff. This is getting everything started right now. Okay, and this is really important to make sure we have everything, but we also got to make sure that we lay out the future of what's expected. Okay, we're going to do 2 checkpoints along the way, and then we're going to wrap up everything at the Blitz. Older guys, what is a Blitz? Good. It's the day that we go out and we get everything wrapped up. So what does that mean? Younger guys, when we're going out, what we are doing is we're going to spend 2.5 hours, and we're going to go out, finish up any other sale that we need to do, collect money. If you forgot something at home, you're going to go get it. And then we also do prizes that night. So all the things that we need to do to make sure everything is wrapped up and finished, we're going to do it that night. Okay, and I'll tell you about that date here. We'll just kind of reaffirm what's on that paper. Okay, so checkpoint 1, that's going to be August 16th. Okay, August 16th will be checkpoint 1. And we'll kind of talk about that a little bit here. Everybody, I've got a packet here, and basically what I'm going to show you is a checkpoint envelope. This checkpoint envelope is what coach needs on the 16th. Before practice starts, you're going to show up, you're going to have your name on it and how much money is in that envelope. Okay? Double check it. Make sure to write it down. Don't write down $300, okay, if there's not $300 in there. Put that in there. Okay? And when coach asks for it, in your team, he's going to call you up and he's going to keep track of and write down what each person did. Shake your hand, thank you for what you've done, and move on. What we want, if our goal is 40 to sell total, then what we want to be at is we want to be at 20. Okay? We upped the goal from 30 last year to 40. So the goal stays the same. Out of the gate, we need to be at 30. I'm sorry, excuse me. We need to be at 20. Okay. Checkpoint 2 will tell you that goal here in just a second as well. Okay. Older guys, we can do this pretty quickly, right? If everybody's organized and everybody has their stuff. Right. So, I mean, typically, like I said, in their teams, that's going to go in about 5 minutes or so. So, young guys, on the 16th, I need you to have your name and the amount of money on your checkpoint envelope. And when coach calls your group up, you're ready to go so that you guys can simply record down what each guy has done and then get on to the next team. Fair enough? Okay, so when we get when we get to the end of checkpoint 1, coach, you've got a reward for them, and that always comes better from you than it does from me. What do they get if they're at 20 at checkpoint 1? Sweet. Okay, so they're out of gassers. So guys, older guys, what is a gasser? Just in case young guys don't know what that is. Perfect. Okay, and so basically, guys, if you're there, you're out of that at checkpoint 1 on the 16th. Now here's the deal, and this is really, really important to understand. Coach told you what that is today. It's not punishment if you don't get to 20. He's saying, hey, I'm going to give up some conditioning and some precious time because you've done a good job and I want to reward you for helping the program. So really understand that, hey, this isn't a punishment. He's telling you in advance that you get out of conditioning on the 16th with those gassers if you hit your 20. Fair enough? Okay. All right, so now we're going to fast forward to the 21st. The 21st is when we're going to go ahead and we're going to do checkpoint 2. I don't need to back up and explain what a checkpoint is. You guys know what that is now. But we're going to apply the exact same principles. Now we want to be at 40. Okay? Now we've got 5 additional days. We get to 40, and when we're there, we've hit our goal. Okay? Now that leaves us in a spot for the next day of the blitz. Okay? That we go ahead and we go and get those extras. Help a couple of guys get some sales. Push and get to 50 or 60 so we get that extra money back pulled. So checkpoint 2, exact same process, exact same thing that we're going to look for, except for now we want to be at 40, and then when we get there, you're going to get another award, which coach is going to size you for your practice gear. Okay, and he's got an example right over there if you see it. Super nice. And everybody earns their practice gear when they sell their 40. He's spending that money that you've just brought in to reward and give back to you. Okay, so that's kind of what to expect there with the checkpoints. Any questions on that? Because those are vital, and if we make them take a long time, they can, or if we're organized and ready, that can be just a simple pre-practice routine that we do that doesn't take much time. Okay, all right, so then like I said, we're going to wrap everything up on the blitz night. The 23rd is actually, we're going to skip one day and then go to the blitz on the 23rd. Okay, we're going to start that young guys at 4:30. Older guys, remember, we're going to need some help getting guys in the right place. So they're going to go ahead. We're going to put you in your teams. You guys will go out. We'll talk to people. Like we said before, we'll collect money. We'll sell some more. We'll do all the things that we need to do so that we're done and back at 6:30 so that we can do prizes and get everybody out. Coach has the money, and then he's ready to spend it. Okay, he can put it towards whatever it is that we need. Okay. Questions there? Now, I'm going to say it again one more time, young guys. Make sure that we get that down on the calendar. Let mom and dad know. Put that down that, hey, that's going to be, it's about an hour later than what practice normally runs. Coach gave up some practice time, but that we don't have parents waiting in the parking lot. But then on the flip side of it, that you don't say, oh, hey, I need to leave now or I need to go to work. This is a practice thing, and we'll expect everybody to be there. Okay? All right, so before we split everybody up, get packets, kind of get fun, have some fun things going on here. Any questions on the 3 main areas that we talked about? I want to make sure you understand the product, the time frame, how to sell, and the rewards that kind of go along with it. Good to go? Okay. My team captains, if you'd come on up, I need you guys to line up, one over here, and then space yourself out about every 5 feet. Okay, guys, once you're drafted, please go stand behind the person that picked you. And when they do that, then that way we still know who's still available, and we can keep this rolling. We want this to move fast. I'm going to have these guys, they already know to write down who their team members are so that we can have some fun with this and have this go. Questions here? All right, Coach, if you can help kind of keep guys funneling once they're picked, I'll keep things moving, and from there, we'll keep this moving. Perfect. All right, guys, here we go.